look forward to 2 weeks today. Paul, for now, thank you. Gay rights activists are to protest in a snogathon in support of a gay couple who were asked to leave a London pub because they were kissing in public. Well, Paul Shetler has organised the protest kiss on Facebook. He's in our Millbank studio now. Very good afternoon to you. Take us through what you understand happened at this pub.
Well, it's pretty clear. From my understanding, there was a couple that was there. They were doing some relatively chaste kissing. They were informed that what they were doing was obscene, and they were asked to leave the club in a rather unpleasant way. In fact, actually ejected from it. And so as a result, we're planning on having a kiss in there.
Yeah, from what I understand, and I've heard the person, one of the men who was involved, being interviewed today, he doesn't want to come on Sky News today. I don't think he wants any more publicity. I've also heard the man who made the original complaint. Now, he claimed that the two were having a full-on kiss. It wasn't discreet at all, and they were getting a bit heated. And he said that he spoke to the manager of the pub, who asked the two men politely to kind of give it a break, to calm things down. They listened for a while. This is what I understand happened when listening to the gentleman concerned. And then later on they started kissing again, and the pub landlord said, "Stop it or you'll have to leave." And that's what happened. They said it was inappropriate. So are you suggesting that this behaviour was okay? Or are you suggesting that it was homophobic, that they were asked to stop because they were gay?
I think it's absolutely okay. I mean, the fact is, if you look around, you go to a Burger King, you go down the bus, you go into a gay club, you go into a school, you go pretty much anywhere, and you wind up seeing straight people kissing, snogging, full-on, on the sidewalk, everywhere else. And really nobody bats an eyelash about it because it's considered completely normal, which in fact it is. And all we're saying is it's absolutely the same thing if a gay couple does it. The word that was used was obscene, which I think is actually a really obscene word to use to describe human affection. It's absolutely uncalled for, and we're going to show them they're wrong. Okay,
well, again, I have to act for the person who was involved because unfortunately we haven't been able to talk to him. But again, he insisted that he would have made this complaint had the couple been a man and a woman, and it wasn't to do with them being gay. He just found it offensive because he didn't want to see people having a full-on snog in front of him when he was out for a quiet drink in the pub with his wife.
Well, no doubt maybe he didn't, but the fact is that that's not what's been reported in the press. That's not what when the pub themselves were asked to make a statement about this, their comments were relatively rude and dismissive. They told people not to harass them. They didn't have to give any explanation for their behavior. And in point of fact, I'm aware of two other incidents within the past month, one in Soho and one in Hoxton Square, where similar things have happened, where gay couples were asked to leave clubs or barred entry from clubs simply because they were gay. In the case of another one in Soho, where a couple were kissing in the same club where straight people were kissing, and the straight people found it offensive that gay people would kiss in what was ostensibly a straight club. And that's completely ridiculous. That's completely against every single regulation on equality and human rights that we have here in the UK.
At what point do you think a private kiss, which is just maybe an intimate moment between two people, becomes offensive in public? Because there is a tipping point, isn't there, as far for anybody's sensibilities?
Sure. I mean, if somebody's tearing somebody else's clothes off, if somebody's engaging in what's just short of sex, but I really don't think of a kiss or a snog as being offensive. And if it were, then I think we'd see an awful lot of people thrown into jail all across the UK, because that happens all the time in our streets.
Okay, so you've organised this snogathon tonight. How many people have you got signed up already?
We've actually got over 600 people signed up, and the number increases radically with pretty much every hour. I have no idea when we're going to be showing up right now, but I anticipate it'll be quite high.
Is anybody invited?
Anybody's invited. Everybody's invited.
Okay.
Public affection, as far as we're concerned, public affection is a good thing, and there's nothing obscene about it.
All right. Paul Shetler, thanks very much for your time this afternoon.
You're welcome.
This is Sky News. Coming up in business.